Hey, y'all come on in, come on in. Hit that like button as you guys are coming in. Hey, Miss Cincinnati. Hey, Zaba, how are you? Hey, Antoinette. Hey, Taterbug. Hey, Bama, how are you? Hey, Ozella. Hey, Princess. I hope you guys had a great day. I know I did. So, y'all come on in, hit that like button, honey. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Hey, Gwen, how's it going? I should have went live on my laptop so that I can give some membership badges. But keep in mind that I do have membership badges available, you guys. It's a way to show support to the channel. Hey, Legendary, how are you? How's it going? How's it going? Hey, Brenda. Thank you, Miss Cincinnati. I appreciate you, boo. I hope that everyone is doing good. It's been a rainy day here in Florida today. But other than that, it's been a pretty good day. So yeah, y'all come on in, come on in. We're gonna talk about the tragedy. We're gonna talk about this shooting, this senseless shooting. Hey, small talk with Lakeisha. Hey, boo. I know. You got in my comments in regards to this situation, and you're there in Georgia as well. So if you would like to come up and say anything, you guys are more than welcome. Anyone, if anyone would like to come up and speak on this situation, you're welcome. Okay, I'll definitely drop the link for you guys. Hey, in the safe zone, how are you, beautiful? It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm kind of on the fence with the way that I feel. So we're gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it. So y'all come on in, hit that like button, and we're gonna talk about it. Because as a mother, I feel that if they were to implement certain things and make some changes, maybe we might see a decrease. I feel that if the owners, right, of these weapons are being held accountable, okay, meaning if the child was in your home um, and they were able to access that weapon and it belongs to you, or they was able to retrieve that weapon from your home, I think that once they start charging these parents, once they start charging these adults, because when you take that step and bring a weapon into your home, okay, it is your responsibility to make sure that that weapon is secured. Hey, LaMonica, how are you, boo? Hey, beautiful diva, how's it going? How's it going? Hey, Bama, Bama, say I'm with you. When you decide to purchase a weapon, it is your sole responsibility to make sure that you secure that weapon. I think that once they start locking up these parents, okay, and start locking up these individuals that went and purchased the weapon. I know some people go, oh, well, that's not my weapon, but that okay, whoever that weapon is registered to, if you want to step up and take the charge, then that's on you. But I feel that responsibility and accountability has to be put somewhere. Innocent people are losing, innocent lives. These children are these parents are losing their children because of other parents' negligence. If you're not going to secure that weapon, you shouldn't have it. So when they start locking up these parents, okay, you have these people with arsenals in their homes, so many weapons. Because it's one thing if a child was to, get a weapon from somewhere else. But the majority of these shootings, the weapons are being, they are retrieving these weapons from their homes. The parents need to be locked up and charged because now these innocent people have lost their children. Once they're gone, you can't give them back. I'm pretty sure that is a pain, that you will never get over. So it's one thing if it was my fault or had something to do with me. But it had absolutely nothing to do with me, and I lose my child because you want to have these weapons in your home, but you don't want to make sure that they're secure. It's not fair and it's not right. And I think that once they start holding these people accountable, the adults, maybe we will see a decrease. Because maybe if the weapons were not available, the child wouldn't have had a way to get it. But if you could just walk in your home and get mad one day, or feel depressed one day, or sad one day, or the girl broke up with you, or the boy broke up with you, or somebody bumped into you in the hall, or the teacher gave you too much homework, and you're just able to go in your parents' room, retrieve a weapon, come to school, and just do whatever. I understand when they speak about, they need to have these things in place when it comes to the schools. I agree with that 100%. But where's the accountability for the homes that these children are taking these weapons out of? Where is the accountability? They need to be locked up and charged. There's been too many school shootings, and these children are bringing weapons from their home. From their home. So as parents, you are just as guilty as your child, because at the end of the day, if you wouldn't have had these weapons, and if you would have had these weapons locked up and secured, maybe this wouldn't have happened. If you wanted to go to a school and do something like that, it wouldn't be a weapon coming out of my home. So it makes it worse. In my opinion, they would say many parents share this safe box code with their children in case of an emergency, and some kids take advantage. But at the end of the day, Zaba, you shouldn't even be sharing the safe box code with a child. And there's a weapon in there that they can possibly harm themselves or you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that children should be handling weapons. So it's just like, if an emergency come, what they need to do is call 911, or get out the window and run, or something like that. In my opinion. Legendary say, I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. Hey, Roro, when they start locking these parents up, I think that things will change. Hey, Sweetness, how are you, boo? Bama say, or hiding a weapon where parents not looking into what their kids are doing. And that's another thing, like what we've been speaking about. As parents, you got to sit down and talk to your children. It could be things going on in the home that he was upset about, and then now you want to go to school and take it out on everybody else. At the end of the day, there has to be some accountability with these parents. You cannot just have these children and leave, and just provide them shelter and just allow them to just lead themselves. It's ridiculous. And then on top of that, what's crazy is that the FBI already had a run-in with him, because he had already said before that he was going to do it. So it's just like no accountability. When people drop the ball and there's no accountability, innocent people end up hurt and lose their lives. Hey, Nana, how are you? Ozella say, I believe they should sue the school, the police. Let me see. I believe they should sue the school, the police that was on guard duty, and the parents with the weapons. Mark say the parents should be charged as well. I agree. There are too many children. Okay. These kids just want to go to school. They want to learn. They want to get on the playground. They want to run. They want to play with their friends and stuff like that. It has been too many over the past couple of years. It's been too many school shootings. And again, where are these children receiving these weapons? Retrieving these weapons, from their homes. The parents' asses need to be locked up and charged. 100%. That's how I feel about it. Hey, Jan, how are you? I am. Hey, Rhonda, what it do, boo? Zaba say, true T. Miss Cincinnati say, my grandbaby's scared. They're scared from watching the news. Yeah. Like I tell my baby, I I always tell my baby to watch others' behavior. I said, somebody fighting, you don't need to be there trying to find out what's going on. I don't want you having no issues and stuff with people. Some of these children, they should be on medication. They not on medication, or they on too much medication. You just never know. You just never know. I tell my baby, always keep your eyes open, go to school, learn, do what you need to do, and come home. But it's sad when you have these situations, because these children are bringing these weapons from their home, But the fact that the FBI looked into him, from him even saying that, what they should have did, okay, this little boy is on here saying he's going to shoot up a school. We need to investigate that home. See, that's the problem. There's so much stuff going on in people's homes. Okay, that's where the problem reside. So if the FBI looked into him, they should have looked into those parents. They should have checked that home to see if there were any weapons in that home. This is what your son is saying. So we need to make sure that he's not able to have access to weapons to do this. Let us get in here and check this home and see what's going on. Because for him to even say that he was going to shoot up the school, that's letting you know that he had access to weapons to do it. Why didn't the FBI look into it to make sure that, whatever weapons in that home was put up? It's just crazy to me. They would say that will eliminate them having access to. Exactly. True. 100%. Happy Girl said, exactly. Kids don't need the code to the safe box. No, they don't. Hey, Wildfire will say maybe sharing the safe code needs to change. I feel the parents should be accountable as well. Exactly. I don't feel that they need a code to the safe box to get a weapon out, and that's gonna make things worse. I taught my kids, if you was to ever hit a front door, if it's nighttime or something and we're asleep and you hear the front door just bust open, get out the window. Do not come look for me. Don't worry about me. Get your sister, get out the window and run and go get help. That's what I've always taught my kids. Never run to the danger. Don't get up and come and see what's going on. That's my duty. At that time, it was just me and my kids. That's my duty to do as your mother. Never, ever, ever run to the danger. Open that window, get your sister and run. That's what I teach my kids. So, them getting into the lockbox to try to, use a weapon could be detrimental to the child, and then once they know it's in there, they might want to go back in there and play with it. Once they get that touch and that feel or something, like, you just never know, you never know. I think that the only thing, the responsibility that the kids should have is to get to safety and open that window, get out that window, run, whatever, and let the adults handle everything else. It's just my opinion. Hey, Misty Blue, what it do? Mark say that happened before somewhere. But it was a child in elementary school. I think he unalived the teacher. Yeah. You just never know. These kids are learning themselves. They're going through a lot. Their emotions to them is a big deal. It may be a 4 to us, but a 25 to them. It's hard for them to deal with rejection. It's hard for them to deal with heartbreak. The pressures of passing tests, all these things that children go through. You know what I mean? So that's why as parents, you have to check in with your children. You have to be available. You have to, because when they leave away from us, at the end of the day, our kids are in school 6-7 hours a day. We're turning our kids over to the school, hoping that they are going to be safe, hoping that they're going to be protected, and things like that. But there's also things that we have to do as parents as well. Fully Clover say the parents were charged as well as the child here in Michigan for the Oxford High School incident where students and teachers were unalived. Sad. Yes, that's what they need, and that's exactly what they need to do. Maybe if the parents feel like, oh my God, I don't want to get arrested, I don't want to have these charges against me and stuff like that, maybe they would care a little more, because I think that a lot of these parents are being very careless. Small Talk with Lakeisha say, Sweetteayt, I agree, because the parents should have been more careful, especially because they had a run-in with him making threats last year, making threats on social media. Exactly. And a child that the first thing that you think We grew up and we fight. Oh, I'm gonna go to school, push her down. She's gonna push me. I'm gonna pull her little ponytail. We're not thinking I'm gonna take a new school, or I'm gonna go to school and shoot it up. For him to even say that he would shoot, that automatically lets me know that, in my opinion, there were many weapons in that home, and he knew that he had access to it with no problem, in my opinion. Katrina say, school just started. Now here we go again. Yep, right. LaMonica say, and it's just continuing to happen. Exactly. Hey, Blue, what it do? How are you, Boo? Wildflower say, I also feel the parents shouldn't be buying their kids weapons either. I agree, 100%. Rhonda say, I'd be so mad at my seventh grader because her phone is always dead. Oh goodness, yeah, that's scary. Miss Cincinnati say they should have been on it. They should have been on it. They definitely, FBI, like I said, dropped the ball. When you have a child that say something like that, that's the same way these kids playing about bomb threats and stuff like that. That stuff, you have to take that stuff serious, because that's the direction that their mind is in. That's it. And I feel like they should have went into that home, and they probably would have been able to see that this child actually have access to these weapons, and he can really, see this through. And that's exactly what he did. But also too, like I said, with the parents, you already know your son had a run in with FBI and blah blah blah. They should have made sure that he didn't have no access to those weapons as well. They need to be charged as well, in my opinion. Okay, Ozella. Hey, sweet Suke, how are you, boo? How's it going? Hey, Sandra, how are you? Miss Cincinnati say they should have been removed from the home, 100%. Hey, Shamika, how's it going? 100%. Especially because, even more so, because they had a run-in with the FBI. The FBI. Now, when the FBI stopped caring, okay, when the FBI stop caring, we in trouble. We in trouble. You see what they let happen to Trump? His head almost got blown off. So it's like that. When the FBI don't care, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Times have changed drastically, 100%. Let me see. Mark said the elementary student shot the teacher, and the mother was charged and given 21 months. The child didn't unalive his teacher. Yeah, that's what they need to do. That's exactly what they need to do. Wildflower said weapon owners don't want stricter gun laws, but something has to change. Something has to change. Something has to change. Rhonda say, let me see. That's scary. I keep my girl on me at all times. I do as well. But again, it is a form of protection. It is a form of protection so that you can protect yourself. But it's definitely not something that a child should have access to. I make sure that my weapons are put up. My weapons are to protect my family, to protect me, if I have to, but only as a last resort. Oh, that's another thing with the world. Everybody is trigger happy. That should definitely be your very last resort. Hey, Jan, how are you? And here in Memphis, the 14-year-olds walking around with let me see, switches, assault weapons, etc., that they get off the streets. It's a crying shame. Tougher gun laws are needed, 100%. But let me tell you, the whole situation is bad, right, in the safe zone. But I think you may feel a little relief if it's something that they got off the street and not from your home. Just imagine your weapon having a child's blood on it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. It's crazy. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for gifting a membership badge. I appreciate you so very much. It's crazy. I told my kids, don't run to the fight, run away, 100%. And that's another thing too. We have to talk to our children, about different situations like that as well. We have to we have to talk to them. We do. They need to somehow put GPS location devices on the weapons to monitor when and where it's accessed. I agree 100%. Let's rock. Say hello, sweetie, in chat. What kind of book bag he had to tote a weapon like that? I mean, that should have looked suspicious when he came in the classroom. But you know what? Honestly, these teachers and bus drivers and all that stuff, people are moving so fast. You know, people are not just paying attention. People are just not paying attention. The parents are trying to get to work. They're dropping the kids off, the school bus coming this way. The kids going in the lunchroom for breakfast. They doing this, they doing that. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for gifting another membership. Appreciate you. Just the world just moves so fast, and sometimes we get up and we're running late and we doing this and we doing that. you know but I think the majority of the times that we have had these school shootings, the children retrieve the weapons from home. So these damn parents need to be prosecuted 100%. um Aaron said, hey, sweetie, in chat, hey, the parents need to make sure their firearms are securely locked up. It's sad. Exactly. Exactly. And because they're being so lackluster with it, when you start locking them up and giving them extensive prison time, because again, these people are losing their children, these people are losing their kids. That's what we expect for our kids. We go to work, we work hard, we pay the bills, we provide everything for them. We tell them we want you to go to school, show up on time, learn, do everything that you need to do at school. That's all we want you to do is go to school and get good grades. But they go to school and they're not even protected there. It makes you scared to even send your children to school. And then you don't want to homeschool them because you want them to be able to have that social life. It's just scary. It's so scary. Hey, Spoken Facts, how are you, boo? Let me go down. Hey, Jake Gill, what it do? What it do? I just think it's so sad. Missy Blue I say stop the gun runners that are selling the guns from the trunk of cars. I agree 100%. 100%. And we have to have stricter gun laws. We have to. I feel like I said, maybe it's just too easy, um, for us to go in and just purchase our weapons and stuff. It's too easy. Obviously, it needs to be stricter. They need to do, a deeper background check, or, let you apply for it and then have to wait for it so long, and then, go and do the classes, extend the classes. They have to do something. You should have to, list on the application how many minor kids do you have in your home. They should have to come out and expect where you're going to keep it secure, to make sure that it's secure. There's, something has to happen, because, the children are losing their lives. Small talk with Lakeisha say a lot of people were saying they need to put prayer back in the schools. How do you feel about that? I feel great about that. I do. I feel great about that. Hey, Royalty Queen, how are you? Of course, you're going to run into, the religion thing. Not everybody practice the same religion. So if you put, certain prayers, Christianity or whatever, into the schools, you have some people that's Muslim. You have, so they're, they just find reasons to complain about everything. I think that it's a good idea, but I don't think that it would be a smooth shift. I don't think they should have ever removed it, honestly. Let me see. Aaron say it's just sad that we have to worry about our kids not coming home from school. School was supposed to be a safe haven for our kids to learn, and we never had to worry, and we never had no worries back then. This is sad. Exactly. Let me tell you, on the news, the anchor said the parents, okay, because it was traffic, they jumped out of their cars, left the car running and the doors open, running to the school. to get their kids because they didn't know if one of their children was the victim. Just imagine driving to the school. You don't know if one of the victims was your child. Just imagine. The anchors say they left the cars running with the keys in them, doors open, running, left their cars in the middle of the street. Just imagine. Because, in my opinion, his parents did not care enough to make sure that the weapons were secure, even after they had a run in with FBI. Rhonda said these teachers are 21 and don't care. Mark said the schools where I'm from make the students wear those see-through book bags. Yeah, they don't do that here in Florida. They should. They should. Let's Rock say, yeah, you're right. They're moving too fast. Yeah, we are. I mean, we're all guilty of that. We get up in the morning, we have our routine, take kids to the school bus, do this, go to work. You're running and you're moving and you're shaking. Because in this world and how this world is, honey, if you don't work, you don't eat. Okay. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's why you have to take that extra time. When you do pick your kids up from the school bus, when they come home, take that extra time, pour into them, ask them what's going on in school, how they feeling. Are you having any issues with anybody, and things like that? Because listen, we're all moving and shaking. We all moving and shaking. So, that's probably why nobody saw, the backpack. Plus, you have these kids, especially if they don't have to wear uniforms. So, you got some of these kids that's like that goth. They wear the trench coats and the big boots and the big clothes. You can hide anything. And, in that type of stuff, when I was going to school, we had to wear uniforms. Everybody looked the same. So, they was able to see what was going on because everybody looked the same. But now, they allow them to be more free with the way that they dress and stuff like that. So, you put on baggy clothes and stuff. You're shaking and moving. That's just like I saw on the news. A lady, I don't know what bank it was. But some bank. I don't know if it was, I can't remember the name of the bank. But the lady was at her desk dead for 4 days and nobody knew. Nobody knew. It just goes to show that the way our thinking is, because again, if you don't work, you don't eat. I got to go to work. I got to pay the bills. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to grab this. What we going to eat for dinner? I got to get grocery. I got to do this. I got to pay for this. Our mind is just always going. We always need something. We always have to do something. That lady was dead at her desk for 4 days. People were complaining about the smell. They thought that it was something else. Dead at her desk for 4 days. It took them 4 days. I think it was TD Bank to discover this lady dead at her desk. It's just, and it's only getting crazier and crazier as they hike the prices up and all this kind of stuff. You have these parents that's under so much stress, trying to keep a roof over their kids' head, trying to make sure that they have everything that they need. It's crazy. Blue say the parents need to keep them locked in the box 100%. Spoken facts say listening and working. Okay, boo. Aaron say that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Should I be scared? Sometimes you never know these kids these days. Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, I don't mean to call them out, but especially them light-skinned kids. They have a hard time dealing with their emotions, and things like that. Babe, did you see the shooting at the school? How you feel about that? What do you think could be done to help this situation? Like us, we send our baby to school, we want our baby to come back home safe. I think that the parents, because usually when a child get the weapon, they get it from home, you know what I mean, and then take it to the school. And so I think that the parents need to be charged because they're not securing the weapons so that the children are not able to get the weapon and go to the school and harm people. How do you feel? How do you feel about it? What do you think they should do to limit stuff like this? It's so sad.
I don't know. It's just a sad day in America. It's a sad place where this country done got to in the end. Very sad. Um, the parents should bear some of the responsibility, if not all.
Right, because your child hurt my child because you didn't put your weapon up. Now my child is gone.
Right. They know the children.
Then
Every parent know their child.
every parent know their
They
child.
should know what their child into. They should know what he like. Should know if he play with guns and all
And it's
that.
not fair because then now the innocent people lose their kids.
Right.
Especially they say the boy had a run in with FBI last year. He said he was gonna shoot the school up. I feel FBI should have went into that home because for him to say he was gonna shoot the school, that means he had access to weapons.
Right.
Why wouldn't they? A child not gonna say they're gonna shoot up the school if they ain't got no weapons to shoot it up with. They should have got into that home to see if that boy had access to weapons and teach the parents how to secure the weapons and stuff. And look, a year later, he did it.
Wow.
They need to be prosecuted.
Yeah, they should. They're responsible.
100%, babe. I agree. Let me see. Chris, Aaron say exactly. I pray every day for my grandkids, and all the kids all over for protection over them. 100%. You got to get your kids up in the morning, honey. Bless them with that oil. My kids used to be like, Mom, okay, you got a whole cross on my jib, rub it in. Rub your face is gonna be moisturized. I just put that cross, honey, underneath my kids, both of their feet and right on their head. And my baby told my mom that's giving me bumps. They ain't giving you no bumps. That's protection to protect you. So now the school is closed for the rest of the year. Oh, really? I didn't know that. They closed the school for the rest of the year. Let's rock. Wow. Barbara said you are right. What it do, Zazan? In Cincinnati say they don't care. They want to leave them in the hood. Yep. Aaron say, and this kind of shit it does messes with these kids' heads. They might be scared to go to school now. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%, Aaron. Imagine if, okay, so, we can change the scenario and say that something like that happened on one of our jobs or something. We would be scared to go back. Now you're nervous. You don't know what's going on. Like I said, let me tell you how I am. Okay, if I work somewhere, okay, and yesterday, they fired Thomas. Okay, they done walked Thomas out. Now I go to work tomorrow, and Thomas is out there in the front. Yeah, I'm finna whip it around, and I'm finna go ahead and call a call out line. I won't be there today. I will not try to be nosy. I ain't finna. I'm not. I will not be in. Okay, because we all saw Thomas get walked out. Okay, now Thomas is out there in the front, and Thomas ain't supposed to be here. So you already know Thomas is here. Thomas is here to tear some shit up. Okay, so I'm finna call the call out line, and I will not be in today, and probably not tomorrow. 100%. But just imagine these children. Like a little boy say that, the gunshots was so loud, in his ear. He said he saw his friend on the floor bleeding really bad, and stuff like that. And, and the bad part about it is that it forces these children to grow up too fast. The things that were so innocent, go to school, play on the monkey bars, do the tether ball. Is it called a tether ball? The little yellow ball, and it's on there with the string, and you hit it around the pole. I forgot what I think it's called tether ball. Play with the tether ball, go to lunch, have that dry pizza. The pizza that's cut in squares with that, I don't know what kind of meat was on it, and the cheese ain't never melt. But we used to tear that pizza up, honey, and be constipated. But it's like it forces these children to grow up too fast. They would say, dang, I ain't gonna lie. I would want to be a little nosy. You the girl, right, Mark? It's traumatizing, honey. If I see Thomas up there, baby, I see it on the news. Baby, honey, T will not be. I won't be in tomorrow either. Okay, because honey, Thomas was walked out yesterday. Now Thomas up here today. All right, that be the problem when you try to be nosy. I won't be there. Okay, but our children, they're so young, and stuff like that. It forces them to just grow up too fast, like the innocence of school and just having that experience. Because let me tell you, when they get out here and they get into the real world and they have all these bills and all these responsibilities, and so it's like our school memories and stuff, they stick with you. I sit sometimes, my kids be like, well, mom, how was it when you was in school, honey? We was playing tetherball, honey, had our little ponytail, with that little black gel, honey. We was who? Baby, with our little LA gears, the ones that light up and stuff. We was, whatever. But now it's just like it takes that innocence away. And just imagine as adults if we were to experience something like that in our workplace, experience something like that in the Walmart, experience something like that at a gas station. It is devastating. It is traumatizing. When you lay down at night, I would imagine, it takes a while to get over what you saw. So just imagine these little kids. Some of these kids have never seen, anything like that, maybe on movies or on TV. And the majority of the time, we're protecting them from that, because back when I was younger, it was Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Chucky. And it was another one with the little gremlins. The little gremlins was going around killing people. But my mom used to be like, okay, now you want to watch that? Now when it's time to go to bed, you get in that bed, you're going to bed. No, you cannot sleep in my bed. If you want to watch this, that's going to be on you. So, a lot of parents protect their kids, even from watching that type of stuff because they don't want them to feel that fear and to be scared and stuff like that. But imagine these children, like I just know that they're so scared. And yeah, Rhonda said the peer pressure alone is enough. T, don't forget the cat. Yes, honey, the cats. So it's just, it's so much on these children. Like these new age children, they just have to endure so much. And I just feel like, as parents, there's only so much we could do. But when it comes to these things, in ways like this to keep our kids safe, especially these weapons, not even so much, when you purchase a weapon to protect your family, your home, you bought that weapon to protect yourself against an intruder or the enemy. So we keep our weapons protected so that our children don't hurt themselves, not even thinking about our children going out to hurt somebody else, but we keep them protected so that they don't hurt themselves, so I just feel, yes, tetherball, honey, was it, honey. You got hit the hit the ball, they go around the pole, jump up, hit the ball, they go around the pole. you know. But it's like now these kids just have so much to worry about. The world have changed so much. I mean, like I said, honey, when the FBI stopped caring, you know, back in the days, a lot of stuff that's happening now would have never happened then. Things were more secure. People cared a little more. They watched out for each other and stuff like that. But we watched, Trump get his head almost blown. That toupee almost flew off the top of his goddamn head. So, I mean, when the FBI stopped caring, I don't know. I don't know. I know the children are scared to go back to school. 100%, Lakeisha. And the say song say this takes me back to the school shooting in 1998 in Arkansas, when it wasn't common like now. Yep, those two boys were 11 and 13. Very sad, very sad. And I know how I would feel as a parent. Like, I lost my child. That's my child because you did not, take those extra steps to secure your weapon. And I lost my child. Like, I would just be 100% devastated. My heart goes out to all the parents that have had to endure that. These children are young, they so small, they haven't lived their life yet. So it's just, what do you do as a parent? What do you do? Do you take your kids out of school, homeschool them? But some parents have to work. You know, the majority of the homes are working class families. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? My grandbabies tell me before they tell their mom because they don't want their mom to hurt anybody. 100%. Like, what are you old Candyman? Yes. Oh my God, Candyman. Oh my goodness. Even when, even when he playing movies today, you just, oh, he just, everything about him is just Candyman. That was, oh my God. Blessed Dynasty say, Sweet Tea, all we can do is keep our children and grandchildren prayed up with God's fence of protection around them and his divine protection over them. Yep. Let me see. T, don't forget the okay, I read that one. Let me see. Um, oh, no worries, Miss Cincinnati. No worries. You good, boo. Rhonda say, Miss Cincinnati's mine too. My grandson say, Mama, my mommy crazy. Now knowing me, not knowing me too about him. 100%. 100%. Um, she can carry. In the safe zone say, Miss Cincinnati, that's my grandson. He gonna tell me first, um, because his mom on all that. Angela say the shooters are getting younger and younger. It's devastating. Yeah, and the victims are getting younger and younger and younger. So it's just like, it also puts the parents in a bad place as well because like I said, what do you do? You know, do one parent stop working and homeschool the child? Do like what do you do? What do you do? It's just sad. Even teachers, he killed teachers. It's like it's already hard for these teachers because they don't get paid much to go through everything that they have to go through. Now it's that pressure for the staff as well. You piss the child off, they might come for your head tomorrow. So, it's just like, I feel like the teachers that we do have left, they are definitely doing it because they love it, because they don't get paid enough to go through everything that they have to go through. But I appreciate these teachers because again, when we send our kids off to school, our children are with these teachers, until they make it back home safe to us. So it's just like, that's one of the, great things about that is that, we do have some teachers, that some good teachers that put their life on the line for our children. So I just feel like as parents, we have to do our part. And I'm tired of seeing these shootings. And then they say that the child retrieved the weapon from their home. Every adult in that home needs to be held responsible. Over the holiday weekend, 5 was killed in Cincinnati. Kids shaking my head. It's so sad. It's so, and they don't fight no more. They don't fight no more. They don't put them up. The first thing they want to do is grab a weapon, grab a weapon. But again, that's what they see in these movies. That's what they see in these videos. That's what they talk about in these songs. So, these kids really think that, these people really out here thugging it like that. And they probably never had that type of life. But sometimes when these kids are so young, it's hard for them to decipher what's reality and what's not, you know? Katrina say, it's so heartbreaking when you send your kids to school not knowing you'll never see them again. It breaks my heart 100%. And just imagine, the parents that have lost their children and then they have other children that have to go to school. Just imagine of getting over that fear, um, of trusting your children again, to go to school. That just, it's horrible. It's just horrible. They don't know how to fight. No, they don't know how to fight. The first thing they want to do is break. First of all, they shouldn't be fighting anyway. But see, let me tell you, see, only way I'm gonna fight is for my life. Okay. I'm 44 years old. All right. Only way I'm gonna fight, okay, is for my life. That's number one. Because listen, people can say whatever they want to say. You got people acting like they was gonna pull up, whatever, trying to throw little subliminals. Let me pick this bitch up and throw it back. Okay. Okay. All right. Just okay. Y'all know we be veering off a little bit. We be veering off a little bit. Okay. Right. So let me pick this bitch up and throw it back, because it's amazing to me how sometimes people, be like, oh, well, I ain't got time for this and I ain't got time for that. But you had time when you did it. Okay. So let me veer off a little bit, then we're gonna come back. Okay. First of all, when it comes to me, okay, the only time I'm gonna fight is for my life. Okay. You roll up on me, you ain't gonna roll out. I'm a box you. Okay, 100%. Okay. But you got these people, that one day they feel like showing up is acting like they showed up in somebody's city, to throw them hands, no, they weren't gonna throw nothing. Then the next time they throwing subliminals, I don't have time for that. Well, you shouldn't have had time for that. Because what type of grown motherfucker pull up to somebody's city and say they want to fight? Nah. What type of grown person pull up to somebody's city and say they want to fight, and then 3 days later, oh no, I don't got time. You didn't have time when you say you did it. Okay, girl, go sit your ass down somewhere. Okay, go sit down. hmm But anyway, here in Louisiana, we just had a 10-year-old shoot and kill an 82-year-old relative and 32-year-old family member. Oh my goodness, that is so sad. I've seen kids here at the gun range in Georgia. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. It's crazy. I'm just saying. The shade be throwing. You know what I'm saying? Like when people get reality, when the reality come to them, you know what I'm saying, and they in them people apartment that they can't afford on a blow up bed on the floor, but got a husband. Okay, because I don't. You know what I'm saying? All right. I don't understand. Okay, right? But you was just driving, acting like you was pulling up in somebody's city to fight. So you was out there trying to fight and you was homeless. You was out there trying to fight and barely got approved for apartments. Huh? Huh? You was out there trying to fight, honey, on here making up a blow-up bed on the floor. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. A blow-up bed on the motherfucking floor don't need nothing but a motherfucking sheet, bitch. That sheet that be on motherfucking glam the crack head hoe. That's all the motherfucking blow-up bed on the floor need is a motherfucking sheet, bitch. Okay? A blow-up bed on the floor don't need no motherfucking bed in the back. It ain't gonna stay on there. Okay? You wake up, one side gonna be deflated. Your motherfucking ass gonna be on that hard ass floor. Okay? So, honey, you would take that shade. You better go sit your bullfrog face ass down somewhere, ho. Okay? You shouldn't have had time to be trying to meet up with nobody and fight it. You ain't have no place to stay. You fool. That's what you better do. Girl, don't play with me. Come on here and dog you. Okay? Dog you right on out like your husband got you over there on the floor. I wish I would be a married woman on the motherfucking floor. Bitch, you ho, girl. Don't hit some of your I don't have time, on a bitch. You shouldn't have had time when you were trying to pull up in somebody's city talk about fighting, girl. On there showing that empty ass apartment. Why you ain't show the nigga in the apartment? Don't you got a husband? Tom, don't you got a husband? What happened? Better go sit your bullfrog face ass down somewhere. See, that's what I'm be saying. See, they be trying me. Then when I come out here and drag a bit, okay, drag, drag that hoe. All right, but the from that spot on the side of her mouth that's missing a cup of tea, bitch. Reaching that motherfucking drag you. See, they be messing with T. And then when T come out here and drag a hoe, oh, here she go. Here I motherfucking go, hoe. Okay? So I'm just saying, you definitely should never have time to fight when you was homeless. Okay? Right? I don't understand. You said that your bed was gonna come tomorrow. You should already had a bed in a residence. Okay? When you try to fight some motherfucking body, bitch, and you didn't barely had an apartment, ho, you ain't got no bond money. Your husband can't get you out. Can't do nothing for you. You too motherfucking old to be homeless, bitch. How old are you? You in your 40s? Mm. Hmm. Not all the hell you done Brady don't work your motherfucking fingers to the bone. You ain't got nothing to show for it. But you trying to fight somebody? Now go sit your ugly ass down somewhere, ho. Don't throw no subliminals at me, bitch. Okay? Now I'm happy that you got a place, you know, or whatever. In my opinion, you are very unstable. Okay. I don't know what you own. I don't know if you done been to recovery, bitch. But something ain't right. Mhm. You too goddamn old to be just getting a 2-bedroom, 1 bath apartment with a nigga. I'm confused. Okay. Okay. Don't send for me. Don't send for me. Okay. Hit the floor, Dina. Hit the floor. Hold on that time. I got a bed in the bag for the bed for the blow up bed on the floor. And got a nigga. Girl, if you don't get girl, I didn't know the hoes was still fucking on the floor. But I just don't understand. Okay, you supposed to be on here praising God and thanking God that you have a place to live. Okay, because if I have to be in an apartment on the floor, I won't have a nigga. Okay, all right. Okay. Mm. So don't throw no subliminals this way because I catch them bitches and I throw them back 100%. Okay, right. But we're praying for all the families. 100%. We're praying for the families. Um, and like I said, there need to be stricter gun laws, so that we can protect our children, and things like that. 100%. I'm back again, y'all. This phone is ringing out of my hand. Oh goodness. Hey Janice, how are you, boo? I just can't stand for a bug-eyed hoe to try to be, Princess say, I'm with you on that, sweet tea. It's me or them. And if you come to me with your chest out, it will get pushed back in. I don't take chances. Exactly. Okay? Exactly. Right? Like I said, honey, I only fight for my life. When knock a bitch head slap off. Okay? I don't start nothing. And I got enough sense then to go pull up to go fight somebody. You go pull up to go fight somebody, can't barely stand up straight. I'm just saying, one motherfucker, just fucked up from the bottom down. All her life out the bottom of her gone, and the other one was homeless. So I said, what y'all was gonna fight over and what for? Huh? Instead of fighting, you should have been thinking about somewhere to live. Instead of the other one fighting, she needed to have insurance on the car that she was in to come over there to fight you. So I don't understand. See, when you got parents out here like these, here, huh? Who does that? But now all of a sudden that you don't put your blow up bed in the people apartment on the floor. I kept getting phone calls, so I think it knocked me out. Can y'all hear me now? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. My phone kept ringing. And I think because it kept ringing, it knocked me out. Okay. Okay. Y'all can hear me now. Good, good, good. Let me see. My daughter, the peacemaker, and my son be on go. Yep. Okay. Rhonda say T, real women don't. Yep. Yep. So I just had to throw that in there a little bit, you know, or whatever. I just had to let y'all know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I kept getting phone calls, so it knocked me out. But um, I'm really eager to see um how this is going to turn out with this school shooting. Um, I'm eager to see if they're going to try something new. I know they had just implemented something with like a call alert button or something that they gave the teachers. Hold on one second. I know they had just implemented something with like a call button. And they said that the teachers was able to utilize that, and that helped, the response and stuff. So that's good. I really don't know what else they could have did to stop the tragedy. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I think it stems from the home environment where the children are getting the weapons. I think that is the only thing that would have prevented this tragedy, was the child being able to have access to a weapon. They're not getting the weapons from the school, they're bringing them to the school. So I really want to see how this play out. um I do, but my heart goes out to all of the parents, all the families that were impacted. I think you said there's 9 people. um Put this on do not disturb. I think they said that there were 9 injured in the hospital. Hey Sharon, how are you, boo? Hey, straight to the truth, how are you? They said he will be charged as an adult, so that's a good thing, Miss Cincinnati. But I do think that they need to get in there and they need to deal with those parents as well. The parents already knew that, there had to be, usually the stories come out after. After the child did something, then the parent come out and say, oh, well, little Billy, he used to cut up the dog. Oh, he set the cat on fire. Some of them know, just like my husband said, your children. Your children. You have to get them the help that they need. Before you send your child out into the world, your child's personality. What's going on with your kids. The parents have to be held responsible as well to get these kids the help that they need. They always come out later on and be like, oh, when he was 7, he tried to set the house on fire. Well, you knew something was wrong with him. Why didn't you put him in some counseling? Get him on some medication, something. You can't always just send your kids to school knowing that they have behavioral issues and behavioral problems without taking care of some of that at home. If they cutting up the cats and dogs and stuff at home, what you think they're gonna do when they get to these people's school? Thank you, Sharon, for the $5. I appreciate you so very much. Straight to the truth say they've been watching him since last year. They should have acted last year, not just watching him. I agree with you 100%. Straight to the truth. That's why I say the parents need to be prosecuted as well. But also, as parents, if you know that something is wrong with little Keith, okay, And Keith is, you punish him. He told you to watch yourself when you go to sleep tonight. He gonna get you, or you know what I'm saying. He, burning stuff and doing all that. You know when something wrong with your damn child. You know when something is off. You need to get his ass some help. Don't send his ass to the school to, bring that violence and all that stuff to other innocent kids. Because if they do it at home, they will do it. It's going to be worse when they ass get to school. You have to get these kids in counseling, get them, get them the help that they need. Small Talk with Lakeisha say, yes, it was 9 people in the hospital, 2 children and 2 teachers were deceased. My heart goes out to all of the families, 100%. Now, I will drop the link if anybody would like to come up, and say anything or give their input, on this situation. But again, it all stems to what's going on at home as well. Like I said, talk to your children. You should notice the change in their mood. Notice, you have to, because they start doing this stuff at home. You have to get these children help. It's not like, okay, well, when little Keith go to school, then, his behavior is going to change. It'll get better when he get around other kids. No, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Little Keith ass, something wrong with little Keith. Okay? His ass, something is wrong with him. You know there's something wrong with him. Now you send him to school, and his ass is, acting crazy at these people's school. So, again, it's the parents. Pay attention to your children and get that. That's the one thing that I always notice. Soon as the news come on, here you go. Oh, well, we had a family dog and, he had the dog, tied up to the fan. Or, you're like, lady, so you didn't know something was wrong with him. You didn't know, okay, that little Billy Bob had a problem. And so you didn't say nothing. You didn't take him to counseling. You didn't find out why. Nothing. You didn't get him on a medication. You didn't, nothing. You just sent them to school. Your ass need to be locked up. Locked up. Because nobody know your children better than you. Nobody know your kids better than you. Blue say, and you better believe it 100%. Yep, straight to the truth say, get the parents too, 100%. Miss Cincinnati say, my son was bullied. He's short, but let me see. But he'll fight. But I told him he can't beat no gun. Show, okay? He can't. And that's the thing about it. These kids shouldn't even be having to go to school to fight. But somebody put their hands on you, walk them like a dog. Okay? Okay? Don't stop till the people come. Okay? Now they put their hands on you. But I'm just saying, like, if your kids have problems, like, I feel like a lot of things, some things can be prevented. Little Billy Bob, he okay, he needed some counseling. He needed to be on some medication. Sometimes they need that medication to help them calm down. Do whatever you have to do as a parent. Sending them to school is not the answer. His parents are lucky he didn't take them out. Exactly, Janice. Exactly. And that boy, 14 years old, strong, can overpower his parents or his siblings. They probably were scared of him. Because if he made that threat last year, imagine the threats that he was making in his house. That's when the parents and FBI and all that should have got that boy the help that he needed and let them parents know that no weapons should have been in that home. Now watch, all kind of stuff in the start come. Oh, when he was in the 2nd grade. Oh, well, when he was in 6th grade. Your ass need to be prosecuted because you knew something was wrong with him and you didn't take him to get the help that he needed. And then especially if you know that the child got a problem, why would you have weapons in the house? That's crazy. You can tell when something is off with your kid. Facts. You can tell faster than anybody else. Just like when they asked and did something. When somebody come and say your child did this, you might not agree with it in front of their face, but in your heart that his ass did it. And when he get home, you're gonna tear his ass up. But you know your child. You know your child. His parents was separated. He lived with his dad. Sad. See? Yep. Hmm. The daddy ass need to be locked up. Sharon say, but why a AK? Seven in the house. Wow. See? His two younger siblings live with his mother. Yep. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when they start making these punishments, really, 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 really getting holding their feet to the fire, these parents, they'll start, they'll start making sure that these weapons and stuff is locked up. If there's no repercussions and stuff like that, it's whatever to them. But too many kids are losing their lives, and like I said, parents have to step up and do their part. If you're not going to make sure that you secure the weapon 100%, then you shouldn't have one. Period. You shouldn't have one. You shouldn't have one. But yes, you guys, we've been on for over an hour. That's how I feel about it. Um, I'll give a few minutes longer. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody would like to come up and give their view on this horrible situation. Also, I would like to, like for us to do a moment of silence as well, for all the families. It has to be devastating. Just imagine, they have to pick up the pieces, and we're about ready to start going into the holidays and stuff like that. I mean, that's another thing. It seemed like, when the seasons start to change, holidays are getting closer. It seemed like that's when the most tragedies and stuff start happening. Just you just gotta pray for your kids, pray for your family. Just keep them covered in the blood, because especially like I said, when we start getting down to the end of the year, the holidays and stuff, a lot of people start to lose their life. I know some people that battle with depression and stuff like that. It seems like when the seasons change, or the holidays come around, they start getting really depressed and stuff like that. So, just pay attention to your loved ones. They would say, imagine how grandson said he wanted to unalive himself. And if there was a weapon in the house, exactly, Zaba, 100%. And, that's another example, and a lot of times there's things going on in the house, and they take that frustration out sometimes at school. So as parents, we have a lot of responsibility, um as well. We really do. My dumb ass crying because it ain't cool. I have grandbabies, and they're 12, 13, and 9. I won't be no more good. 100%, Miss Cincinnati. I have a 9-year-old baby. I have grandchildren as well. So that's why I said, you just you got to pay attention to your kids. And also, like I said, I've noticed that when the seasons start to change, the holidays start coming up and stuff like that. These people get real depressed, they get really down, so you just have to watch your surroundings, just stay prayed up. Um, and that's all we can do. Blue say yes, especially Christmas time. Yeah, some people, it's crazy, like I was telling my husband as well, like some people, um around, like I say, when the seasons change or the holidays and stuff, people get very depressed. I don't know if it's because they miss their loved ones or stuff like that, but I just think it's the mood. Just like the seasons change, sometimes people that battle depression, their moods change as well. And that's usually when you see a lot of things like this happening. And it's sad. It's sad because that's the time to be joyful and things like that. But sometimes, like I said, the season changing in the holidays, it affect people in different ways. Um, especially people with untreated mental illness and stuff like that. So, you just You just have to be careful, and you have to just pay attention to those things. Um, Sharon say prayers for all, 100%. Hey, Rosalind, how are you? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a moment of silence. Um, we're just going to take a moment of silence and pray for these families, pray for the victims, and even the ones that were not hurt, they're still victims as well, because what they saw and what they experienced, they will never forget. In my opinion, those kids should definitely get counseling, because that's going to weigh on them for a very long time. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment of silence for these victims. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. Blessed Dynasty say, Sweetie, you have an awesome, blessed rest of your evening on purpose, sweetie. And thank you for shining your light on this horrific and sad topic. Again, prayers up to the families and staff members. Yes, 100%, you guys. Um, it's sad. I couldn't imagine. God's shield of protection for everyone. 100%. I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't imagine. So, I honestly feel like things like this change you. Like, even if you're not directly affected, just seeing it on the news, and just seeing these parents just fall to their knees. Um, you know, things like this, it changes you. Like, it brings like a certain reality. Um, and it also reminds us of how blessed we are, you know, of how blessed we are. So we just have to continue to stay prayed up. Only have people in your life that's a blessing to you. Plead the blood of Jesus and pray for protection around your children and your loved ones. And just try to live a good life. That's all we can do, is try to live a good life. You know? Suitcase say, my heart is so heavy. Yes. Yep. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. You know? Nobody is perfect. None of us perfect, but I just think that every time something like this happens and we have this type of tragedy, it takes a little piece of you. And then it also kind of secludes you as well, because you want to be open and you want to get out and you want to do these things and you want to, but some people are so evil. It's scary. It makes you want to just stay in your house and keep your kids home, keep your family close, but then it's like, you don't want, you want to be able to live your life and travel and move around and just enjoy the world. But every time something like this happens, it takes a piece of that security away, a piece of that openness away, a piece of that it just take a piece of you. Like, I feel like a piece of my heart. Hey, Nia, speak sweet tea. Give God the glory every day, every day. Rosalind say, T, what report on alive? Um, Let me see. Oh, the rapper, Rich, what is his name? Rich Homie Quan. He passed away today from an overdose. That's why I say you just don't know what people are dealing with. what people are going through. So, even on YouTube, you have these people, that put out lies or bothering you or say they're going to pull up and this and that. Like, people, you really don't know what people dealing with. You know, you got to be careful. I go to work and go straight home, right, Miss Cincinnati? You never know what people dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful with how you deal with people. But I just feel like, as a community, the world, just seeing, even though we don't know these people personally, it just takes a piece of your heart. It just takes some of that comfortability away. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It's very sad. It really is. So, I'm about to get off of here, but like I said, all we can do, honey, is pray, live a great life, you know, and stand on business. When it comes to you and your family, stand on business. hmm But I love you guys so very much. I pray that you guys are all protected and blessed. Just be aware of your surroundings, and continue to pray and keep your family lifted, because this world is something else. Instead of it getting better, it's getting worse. It's crazy. But I would not, shelter my baby. I'm going to continue to let her go to school. I'm going to continue to allow her to flourish. I'm going to continue as long as I can to allow her to be that 9-year old that she is. And just pray every day, that she makes it home safely. Um, but it's sad. It really is. Let me see. I'm gonna call my grandbabies because I'm feeling some type of way. Good night. Yep, good night. Good night, you guys. I love you guys so much. Be safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm keeping my word. I'm coming out here every day, okay, to kick it with y'all. Okay. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night. Stay safe.